Let me welcome you to the first of many GRCC idea pitches. My name is Amy Koning. I am the Interim Associate Dean for the School of Workforce Development, and we're just pleased as punch to have you all here. I'm going to just say a few words, if I may. First of all, I want to give a few accolades. I want to make sure and let you know that this event is sponsored by the business department, and so I want to make sure to give a shout out to them. They have spent a lot of time and monies to make sure that we're all going to enjoy ourselves this evening. So thank you to the business department for that. As I'm going along through, hopefully you all received one of these wonderful brochures. On the back of it, I'm a person that likes to give a lot of thanks, and thank goodness Felix does as well. There are a lot of different people that have held various roles in making this happen tonight. So if you know any of these people, will you please make sure and extend a thank you to them? I think it's very important that they are recognized. Just a little background. We, for the very first time, are offering this, as I said, and we had 56 applicants, which is amazing to me. And may I also just say we're right on track with the bigger universities. In fact, we are ahead of the bigger universities. So I think that's an awesome thing for GRCC to have in our favor. From those 56, we narrowed them down into 15 finalists, of which you get to hear their idea pitch this evening. So our 15 are sitting right here, and they don't look nervous a bit. If you could see their faces, they are not nervous, trust me. The top two this evening, we have 3 esteemed judges, which Felix will be talking about. The top 2 will be going on to our regional idea pitch competition. That's actually in 2 weeks, and I want to just give you a little preview of that, if I may. The top 2 from Cornerstone, Grand Valley, Hope, Calvin, Aquinas, Davenport. Did I forget anyone? I don't think I did. Will also be joining us in 2 weeks, and our 2 top finalists will be going up against all of their 2 top finalists. All for cash prizes, okay? So that's an exciting thing as well. I want to just introduce to you Professor Felix Piero. I give him many, many thanks. Him and EGO, that is our student chapter here. They have done a fantastic job of putting this together tonight. So may I just introduce to you Felix.
Welcome, everybody. My name is Felix Pereiro. I am a professor of entrepreneurship and marketing and the chairperson of the Idea Pitch Competition with my wonderful crew of EGO, the Entrepreneurial Growth Organization. Grand Rapids Community College is proud to present GRCC's first Idea Pitch Competition. The Idea Pitch Competition gives our students and future entrepreneurs the opportunity to pitch a well-planned idea to a panel of distinguished judges with passion and in an exciting and professional manner. The entrepreneur's main drive is to create. By solving customer problems, the entrepreneur creates true value in the marketplace and society. The entrepreneur and the self-employed person is the economic engine that drives sustainable growth in the world. It is through their efforts and hard work that society's standard of living is improved. It is our goal at GRCC to help people in our community turn their dreams into reality. It is our goal to explore the possibilities and reimagining a better world. It is our goal to help nurture that creative spirit in every human being. So today we have 15 people that are very special, very courageous. They will come to the podium here in a moment, and they have 90 seconds to tell you about their idea, and that takes courage. After that 90 seconds, then the judges will ask them questions for a few minutes, and then we'll get our next person to do their pitch. At the conclusion of all 15 people pitching, we'll have a short intermission, and the 3 judges will then convene and discuss, and then we'll award first, second, and third place, and also be here to answer any questions that the 15 have about their performance. So this is a great educational experience for all of us. So we welcome administrators, we welcome faculty, we welcome students, right, and the general public. This is a very, very special moment for all of us. Now, let me introduce the judges, and they are truly distinguished. First of all, Mr. Jim Stover. Jim serves as President and Chief Operating Officer for Avalanche Cash Flow Solutions, LLC, a Grand Rapids-based consulting and new business development company. Prior to this role, Mr. Stover was Vice President of Global Brand Management for the Amway Corporation and has held marketing positions with such leading consumer products companies such as Procter & Gamble and Armour Dial. Mr. Stover has served in the United States Direct Selling Association Board of Directors, was a previous winner of the JC's Outstanding Young Man in America Award, and is a longtime adjunct professor at Aquinas College in marketing. Jim is also a U.S. Army veteran and holds a BS in Business Administration from Central Michigan University and is magna cum laude graduate of Michigan State University with an MBA. Tom Edwards. Tom Edwards has over 35 years experience in consumer products industry, including almost 30 years at Amway Corporation. He has worked in research and development, marketing, new business development, and new business ventures. In addition to developing new in-house products for Amway, he helped a variety of startup companies develop products that became very successful in the Amway system and did product-related joint ventures with a variety of large companies such as Rubbermaid, Philips, and Sara Lee. After retiring from Amway in 2000, Tom co-founded IdeaWorks, a company focused on helping new startups succeed. IdeaWorks helped Notre Dame establish their nationwide business plan competition, and the co-founders served as referee judges for the first 4 years, reading and ranking over 100 business plans. IdeaWorks also worked with Michigan's Great Lakes Entrepreneurial Quest business plan competition, where Tom continues to serve as co-chair of their judging committee. Though Tom retired again in 2005, he continues to work with a variety of startups. He most recently helped a longtime IdeaWorks client from joint venture to exploit some very exciting new technology in the LED lighting field, and is currently helping them with the sales plan and staffing plan. Randy Walter, General Electric Aviation. He is their senior engineering staff with GE Aviation System. Most recently, Mr. Walters provided technical leadership role in innovating new product offerings for business jet airplanes and was chief systems architect for the central processing system of the new Boeing Dreamliner 787 airplane. Mr. Walter has been involved in the design and manufacture of commercial aerospace systems for well over 36 years, holding several key technical management system positions within GE Aviation Systems, Smith Aerospace, and Lear Siegler Corporation. He holds 5 patents for innovation in the aerospace field. Randy is internationally recognized for participation in aerospace standards organization and has authored several publications specific to airplane systems. Randy graduated from Michigan State University with a BS in electrical engineer. Please welcome our 3 distinguished judges. All right, now we get to the fun part, right? To hear from our students and their ideas. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to introduce the very first presenter. And Michael Korn, would you please take the stage and tell us about your idea?
Afternoon. Can I start at any time? Okay. Has this ever happened to you? You're downtown at a bar and you just had the world's best beer. It's an IPA, and your friend across town in East Town, you texted him because it's his favorite and you wanted to let him know about it. Well, where is it at? You know the name, but not the exact location. Okay, who brewed it? You don't know that either. You can't ask the bartender because she's way too busy, so right now you are 0-2. This has been a common problem for me, my friends, and my colleagues. I've developed a solution in the form of a mobile phone application called BrewPoint. The app will be free. It will be developed on the iPhone OS platform with the opportunity to develop for other phones later. Now you're probably sitting there thinking to yourself, free? You're crazy. Well, yes, but Here's the thing. We've created a great way to monetize off it with a B2B strategy. We will sell relevant sponsored ads within the app based on user searches and analytics. The analytics will be a tiered package, basically helping out whichever establishment needs to know the most information, and the ads will be cost per click and cost per impression. Why are we doing this? Because we love the craft beer industry. It is booming right now. It is doing it more successfully than the domestics. We are also currently blogging to help promote the craft beer culture, and we're also wanting to promote events with it. When you go out to a bar, if you've been out to a bar in the last couple of years, no problem.
Judges?
Do you know about how many of these apps you have to get out into the marketplace to reach profitability?
Well, the number I usually end up throwing around is that the industry right now is $6 billion revenue for predicted this year alone. The exact number to sell, I'm not really sure, because a lot of the times the apps end up being free, but there are some that are like $1.99 for the games or some of the other social networking apps. So the number, I can't really give one per se.
So what exactly does the app do other than?
The app, yeah, the app is it's like a social network for beer almost. So let's say you have had every beer from Founders Brewery Company right up there on Granville. What you can do is okay, I've had every single one of their IPAs, every single one of their stouts. You can sit there and mark it, and if a user has a specific setting that says, let me know what my friends have had a stout, it will pop up and say, Michael Korn was just down at Founders and just had Founders KBS Stout. And so it just helps everyone know more about beer. Like the motto for it we've come up with is, discover the world of brew, share it with your crew. Thank you. Gotcha. No? All right.
Let's give him another round of applause.
Thank you.
Thank you.
No problem.
Thank you. All right, very good. The judges, we gave you a microphone. We have an audio technician in the back that asked me if you would please, when you ask your question, speak into the mic so we can hear you clearly. All right, our next presenter, Christina Takens. Come on up. Welcome. Good luck.
Hi, I'd like to thank you all first for coming and sharing your time to listen to our idea today. I'm going to tell you a little bit about Rethink Water. Now, every year, 22 billion plastic water bottles are wasted in the United States alone. With our technological and information age that we live in, everybody wants to stay up to date with current events and things of that nature. If you are up to date, you know that there are some serious sustainability and environmental issues that are they're increasing in awareness right now. Now, also with the ever-changing business dynamic, they need an innovative solution to these issues that are coming up. That's where Rethink Water comes in. We would like to reduce the plastic bottled water consumption by eliminating the vending machines throughout the campus. We'd like to put in our units, which are called Rethink Refill Stations. We nickname them Fill Up. And what they are is they dispense chilled filtered water for the students, anybody on campus who has a receptacle to just walk up, get your water, and it's free. Now, while you're waiting for your water, you can look at a screen that we will have integrated on each unit, and it will provide campus updates, deadlines, faculty absences, the weather, so that you can get some information while you're waiting. Also some environmental facts to increase awareness, and advertisements from local businesses. Now, these local business advertisements are going to help to support the local business community around, as we know it's all struggling, and also they want to reach these 18,000 students at GRCC. You know, it's a very diverse population, and then also this is what keeps it free for the students to enjoy the water and free for the schools to implement. Can I invite my team for Q&A? I have 3 other associates.
Yes, you can, please. Team,
Thought they were going to get out of it. You could see it. Come on, guys.
While they're coming up, I'll go ahead and ask my question.
Sure.
People are buying bottled water already. Why not charge a reduced rate for your refillable water and add to your profitability that way?
Well, we would really like to keep it free because water is a necessity that you already have. You know, it's a little ridiculous that we pay for water anyway. You could go to a tap, and a lot of people find it inconvenient or things of that nature. But we really would like to keep it free for everyone and free for the students. Other campuses have started similar situations, eliminating the vending machines, but they all charge, and I think that's a really strong point for the difference.
Christina, what is the source of your filter technology?
Frank, would you like to? It's like inside the unit, which would be about the size, almost like an ATM, but not quite a portable unit, and it will have, with the central water line already, it will come through and get filtered, kind of like a water fountain, but an updated version.
Are provisions being made to replace that filter?
Yeah, we're gonna maintain, we're gonna keep maintenance up on them every 3 months. We'll be checking on them and making sure that they're clean as.
We also talked about having a little light that would let you know if the filter needed to be changed on a monthly basis also. So the students walking up to the machines would know if the machine was ready to go, ready for clean filtered water, or if it needed maintenance.
Is your target market just college campuses, or
Initially.
is it beyond that?
Initially, we'd like to start with college campuses and then go on to businesses as well.
Yeah, we've thought about doing businesses along with shopping malls was one of our other main areas we want to expand into. One, not only for the associates and employees that work at the malls, but also for shoppers. If you want to get water, you got to go up to a little shop, and usually they just go straight to tap. You don't know if it's clean or not. You want to have this implementation for shopping malls where we can throw ads in from local, from the businesses at the mall. Also, you can get cold water while you're waiting, looking at the ads.
All right, let's give them a round of applause. Our next presenter today is Kevin Adams.
Hello, my name is Kevin Adams, as he said. ICU offers peace of mind. It does that by combining today's technology, personal awareness to anyone who decides they do not want to be a victim of burglary and car theft. 619,000 car break-ins in 2009, according to the National Insurance Crime Bureau. Michigan ranks 6th in states with car thefts and break-ins. The NICB recommends a warning system or deterrent device. ICU gives you just that. Imagine for a moment you're parked at the end of the block from your softball game. Your car alarm now goes off. The camera mounted inside will now take 2 immediate still photos of your car's immediate surrounding interior and exterior before going into the video mode. The owner now is alerted through 2 text messages of the disturbance with his vehicle. One will alert him to his vehicle has been disturbed. The other will send a photo of those images from the panoramic viewing camera displayed around the car for the things that are in and around it. The owner can now call 911 from where he is and get an immediate response, saving time and having photos and video of the event. The instant flash of the camera will signify to would-be thieves that they are now identified, and the text message and pictures will equip the owner with the real-time notification of pictures of the caught suspects. ICU is a must for the professional and everyday busy consumer.
So what is the estimated cost of this sort of installation in your car?
I have not officially done much of that. I just started researching that, but a webcam, you can pick up very small webcams of different varieties, anywhere from between $24.99 up to $100, that most of you know, and then getting the app to alert you to the phone. So I have not figured out that cost yet.
Your idea of a 360-degree view is great, but you can't do that with a webcam. So have you looked at what it's going to take to do it in 360?
I have not looked at 360, but I did look at roughly about 180 to a little over 200-degree angle if it's mounted in the front of the vehicle. Just like a lot of times you'll see the deterrent light for most vehicles is in the front. Camera from that angle can get a panoramic view to see both sides of the car.
Kevin, have you bounced this idea off local law enforcement officials?
No, I have not.
Okay, very good. Thank you very much. Our next presenter, Zachary Schwartz.
Good evening. Picture yourself walking on a white sandy beach. The sounds of waves crashing and the creaking of palm trees swaying in the wind. The sunset is mesmerizing over the ocean's horizon. Now click the button. Now you're at a mountain trail at 10,000 feet above sea level with glacier lakes and mountain peaks surrounding you. Now take your 3D glasses off. You almost forgot you were in the living room working out. My future company, Trailblazers Productions, will film the most exotic trails in 3D. People who use treadmills and stationary bikes will have the luxury of working out and at the same time relieving themselves from the everyday stress of life. My target market will center for people in the cities who can't really get out and experience nature to, relieve that stress. Not only can this product be perfect for in-home use, but also in fitness centers with TVs incorporated with the equipment there at the fitness centers. The DVDs would offer options such as calming music or nature sounds, 3D as well as 2D for the folks that can't quite really handle 3D as some can't. DVD extras such as first-person trail biking, kayaking, and skydiving, just to name a few. This product has a relatively low startup cost considering my partner and I already own most of the equipment necessary to begin production. With 3D technology progressing, I believe compatible televisions will be in most homes by the time Trailblazers is ready to begin, or is ready to release our first DVD collection. Thank you.
It's a great idea. Have you looked into whether it's protectable with intellectual property protection of any kind?
As far as, would you mind putting that in layman's terms for me?
It's a great idea. It's easily knocked off. Can you protect it with patents?
Oh, yes, I believe I can. The 3D is really what sets it above. There are products out there that offer it in 2D, but I would offer it in 3D. And now, with the technology going, I do think that not only the name, but the 3D idea could be protected.
If I own East Hills Athletic Club, walk me through how this might be a valuable addition to my service.
Well, if you have TVs already incorporated and you want to upgrade to 3D, or if you want to use the 2D still, I would look at, and you can look at all of the options I have with all of the trails. I have tons of different places that I want to film. And you could buy a DVD set and hook it up to a, whatever runs, whatever is in the TVs, and just have it competing and let the consumer and the person working out choose between what they'd like to watch or listen to in that matter.
Thank you, Zach. Our next presenter, Courtney DeHaan.
Hello. Picture yourself living in downtown Grand Rapids. You work in the city, you live in the city, you love the city. You can walk to work, you can go to the art museums on the weekends, you enjoy fine dining, you love the aspect of the city and what it has to offer. But you work 40 hours a week, and the only problem is you're spending your weekends standing in line at the grocery store and driving about 20 miles outside of the city and able to find a proper grocery store. So Urban Market is the perfect solution for you. We are mainly web-based grocery store, but we do have a small storefront that we would put in to utilize some of the space in Grand Rapids that is empty. About 25% of our customers would come to the store, and about 75% of them would be online. We would work with local companies such as Superior Seafoods, local farmers markets, just to ensure that we're bringing more business to Michigan and not creating competition for them. If only 75 people spent $75 a week online, and about 25 people came into the store and spent $75, we would break even. I feel that this is completely manageable to start a business, and in order to bring back profits into the downtown area, it would be perfect to allow people that live here to stay here, and the people that come here on business trips to be able to extend their stays in order to not have to go outside of the city in any other way. This is a perfect opportunity for...
So I order my groceries online. Love the idea. I've tried it several times. How do I get my groceries?
We would have a service for an upcharge that you could have them delivered to your apartment, or you could come pick them up in the store. It would be in a very central location in the downtown area, so you could walk there or you could drive there, whichever would be easiest, but you do have the option for it to be delivered.
So you mentioned that your break-even point's about 150 customers, but I didn't quite understand, other than the upcharge you just talked about for delivery, how you actually make money at this business.
Well, the initial cost would be the rent. Since we're working with local companies, they would get some of the profits that we would make, and then we would sell them, or we would buy them at wholesale and give an upcharge, but the rent would be our main charge, and then if we grow a distribution center of any kind, or the wages of the workers, some overhead costs.
Have you thought about maybe just partnering with a local store chain like Meyer or one of the others and become a sort of a sub of their business?
I did think about that. They do offer an online grocery store. My idea was to support other local businesses that work in the food industry. Meyer's does offer jobs to a lot of people in Michigan, but this would be boosting other businesses as well as creating a new business too, because a lot of their customers live in the suburbs, and so this would give them the opportunity to have their target market in the city as well.
Well, I must say, for all of us in the audience, we're getting quite of an education to be in front of a venture capitalist here, the three asking very, very tough and good questions, and we thank you for that and helping us understand business. Next will be Elizabeth Koji. Okay, come on, Liz. Sorry about that. What is it? Koji. Okay, sorry. Thank you very much. Good luck.
All right. With Michigan's double-digit unemployment rate, we have forgotten that a strong local economy is a necessity to prosper in a global economy. Corporations like Speedway and Best Buy have found loyal customers by offering rewards or incentives. I love my free cup of coffee from using my Speedy Rewards card. My idea is to have a My Part card that you could scan whenever you buy a Michigan product or service, or get a service, and then create a website to connect Michigan businesses to other Michigan suppliers, wholesalers, and consumers. Consumers can get on the website and receive the rewards or incentives through the website. Each business would be responsible to offer their own rewards and incentives for consumers. The website would also track the state's economic impact as well as individual input. According to the Detroit News, Almost half of Michigan graduates leave Michigan due to lack of opportunities. We cannot afford to lose their talent or abilities. I would like to end by saying that this website could show the impact our decisions make in our daily lives and be a foundation for a change and motivate people to be involved in their community and restore confidence in Michigan.
Elizabeth, how do you make money?
Geez. The businesses that want to be part, they would be paying a nominal fee to have like them be advertised on our website, because we would offer advertisements for them, because a lot of people would be going on and checking their account and their points, so it would be a really great way for them to see new businesses or current businesses. Very good.
I think that Professor Spoolman from accounting and Professor Spittler from statistics will be seeing more students in their classes soon to be able to tackle these tough questions that the judges are asking. And we see them, and I'd like to recognize them there in the audience. Could you please give them a round of applause? Right, we have our next presenter, Jason Schimmel.
All right, this morning I woke up and I thought, you know what? I'm feeling a bowl of Lucky Charms this morning. They're magically delicious. I'm feeling magically awesome this morning. So I pour my cereal in my bowl. I open up my fridge and I find out I'm out of milk, which is kind of problematic for this kind of situation. So I run over to Target. I pay $2.79 for a gallon of milk. Come home, finish up my cereal, and then I find out later on today that Meijer had it on sale for $2 a gallon. So I'm missing out on 79 cents worth of savings. And if you look at gas prices right now, that's a quarter gallon of gas that I just missed out on. That's where my idea comes in. It's called Find My Food. It's a mobile application that lets the user plug in a specific food item. Can be milk, eggs, apple juice, what have you, and it generates a list of stores within the user's vicinity. And it sorts all of the products, it sorts the food item that they searched for according to, from lowest price to highest price. So that way they know that the store that they're around, they're getting the cheapest price. What this is gonna do is it's gonna lower my food bill, it's gonna keep cash in my pocket, it's gonna generate exposure, sales, and traffic for the stores, and it's even gonna generate jobs. How so, you ask? The database that's gonna be needed to keep prices current every week is gonna be a job in and of itself. So every store is gonna have to have someone making sure that those prices are current so all of the consumers know that they're getting the right price. So it's gonna be helpful for the consumers, it's gonna be helpful for the stores, it's gonna be helpful for our economy. It's Find My Food, and that's my idea.
So this idea requires the stores to basically input their prices, probably especially their sales price items, into some kind of database.
Yes.
And who keeps that database?
We would keep the database. It would all be stored on a server. All of the stores could import Excel spreadsheets of their all of the price changes, sale items, weekly ads, anything like that, so that all of the food prices are current. And there would be a set deadline, usually Saturday night, because Sunday morning is when the new weekly ads come into effect.
Okay, so there's a server involved in,
Correct.
In this scheme. Okay.
Yes.
If I'm the end consumer, what do I have to pay for that app?
The application itself, I haven't thought of a price yet. I'm almost thinking to offer it free, because where the money's going to come in from is the stores that are paying to have their stores listed within this application, because they get the exposure and the traffic because of it. So the money's not necessarily coming from the consumers, it's coming from the businesses who say, hey, I want my store to show up on your application.
There's a bit of a chicken and egg problem here in that you don't have much value to the stores until you have a significant number of users, and you can't get a significant number of users without the data. So how do you get the stores to do all of this work so that you can become successful?
That is a very good question. It would take, I haven't, to be honest with you, I have not thought of it. My first reaction would be a lot of advertising, to talk to the stores to make sure that they're interested in it, not needing a commitment from them right away, but to know that there is interest, that the stores would want to partake in this, and then spending the money, possibly by bank loan, whatever, to get advertising out so that consumers are aware that this is something out there, so that I can go back to the stores and say, hey, there is interest in this.
I would like to thank also Class Quant. If everybody turns around and looks in the mirror back there, he's ducking behind everything. You see we're running multiple cameras. Class is incredible production facility here. He's a genius at putting all this on the GRCC cable channel, also on GRCC's YouTube channel, and also we've used it on social media and websites. And so for his team here in the media department, if you could please give a round of applause. All right, our next presenter today is Chandra Stevens.
Hello, I'm Chandra Stevens. There's an ancient Chinese proverb that says, if you give a man a fish, he will eat for one day. But if you teach a man to fish, he will eat for a lifetime. Like this Chinese proverb says, a man can be equipped to eat for a lifetime just by being taught, just as you can be equipped to look great for a lifetime by the same method. This is why my aspirations are to open a full-service salon that features hands-on classes to those students and professionals from local colleges, universities, and corporations to learn how to professionally style your own hair and makeup. It is important to look good at your profession, and this hands-on approach is the best way to master this craft. As you may know, when you leave a salon, you feel as though you'll never be able to attain that same look or feeling on your own, maybe for a day or two. My plan is to change that sense of disappointment for you and those who choose to follow. By creating a hands-on teaching salon, we would give you the knowledge and the ability to achieve this on your own. By featuring classes starting with just the basics of styling, such as straightening your hair, curling your own hair, braiding your own hair, and even the effectiveness of blow drying, to classes which will help you achieve your everyday salon look. Necessity is the mother of invention, and I believe there is a strong need for this service. In fact, the leaders in any service industry are the ones that make you feel good.
How do you know if you build it, they will come? What data do you have that says people actually want this service?
I've surveyed the public and talked to them, and there are many students that you can take a class or they will show you how to dress, but it's the look, the all-over look that you can't attain. I've looked online. There are YouTube videos out there that will show you how to do it, but 15% of you learn by a hands-on approach. The other percent learn by visual or by listening.
Unlike the services a regular salon provides, which is a recurring service, so you have the same customers coming back again and again and again to form your revenue base. This approach seems to be a one-shot, if you will, with your customers. Have you considered the fact that you may saturate your market quite quickly?
This would just be an added benefit to, like I said, a full-service salon. The classes would be offered after, like a 2-month class, 2 nights a week for a set fee. And as a manager of the salon, I would rent out the chairs, and the girls would have to dedicate their time to 2 nights a week of teaching these classes. And by doing that, their clients will come back to them because they'll want to stay with the same stylist because they'll have that trust built up.
Right. So it's a service salon as well as a
Yes,
teaching
yep.
salon. Okay.
It's just an added benefit.
Very good.
Here.
Our next presenter, Angela Swinehart.
Hello, my idea is interactive banking for kids. What it is it's a mouse click on a bank's website for kids to log in and interact with their money. After a child opens an account, they can log on to the bank website from home and are able to choose from different worlds to interact in. As deposits are made and interest is earned, they can earn virtual credits to use in their world, similar to a farm bill or a Webkins. There could be special options for interest earned, bonuses for length of time money is left in the bank or put into a CD, and also monthly incentives for deposits. With the state of our economy, America's negative savings rate, and children living in an interactive world, this would be a great way to start kids saving money, learning about budgets, and could become the basis for learning about finances, all while letting kids interact with their money like a toy. Banks would benefit from increased deposits from children and potentially creating lifetime customers. It would also encourage kids to become familiar with banking and how compound interest works at a young age. It would also encourage children to save money and develop good saving habits that will last a lifetime. And parents and family members could deposit money in the bank instead of buying a toy, and the children could still play with it, all while earning interest. The target market would, of course, be banks and credit unions, with the potential of an at-home version to be sold through retailers. How it would work is banks and credit unions would have an initial startup fee to set up choices of worlds of interaction, and then there would be a monthly maintenance fee needed for needed changes, updates, or special offers. As Felix said, it's like reinventing the piggy bank. This program provides significant benefits to financial institutions, kids, and parents, and is a great tool to encourage kids to develop good savings habits at a young age.
I actually have a couple of questions.
Okay.
What is the involvement of the parents versus the involvement of the bank in this program?
I guess my idea would be, like when I log on to my bank, I go to bill pay, so it's kind of a separate thing that we would manage. So the kids would have a site to log on to where they could log in, and the bank would just have to kind of send the information to see where the virtual credits are. So it would be something that we would manage, the bank wouldn't have to manage.
Parents would manage, or kids would manage?
Well, I guess the kids, it's just for them to get on and play with their money. So they deposit, and then they get credits, and then they can go in and interact with their money. So the parents would have to take them to the bank to deposit.
So if they buy it, how do you make money?
Through the initial setup fee, and then, like I said, there could be monthly maintenance fees, or if the bank wanted to offer, double points on a certain month, then there would be a fee to make those changes.
Have you discussed this concept with any banks?
No. No, I have not.
Thank you. One of the other groups I'd like to acknowledge is all our wonderful students here at GRCC. This wasn't just turned over to Amy and I to work on. We had all of our business students actually compete and whether it was for social media competition and how to promote via social media and Facebook and MySpace and Twitter, how to develop websites, and also all of our promotional materials as well. So if you could please give a round of applause to our great students here at GRCC. Our next presenter is Benjamin Soper.
Hello, my name is Ben Soper, and my idea is for protective guitar skins. I've been a musician my whole life, and I've played guitar for about the past 10 years. And one of the problems that I've had with my instruments is I'm really hard on them. A problem that you have when you're actually playing a guitar, as opposed to just transporting it, is if you have a belt buckle, zipper, buttons, the back of the instrument can get completely destroyed. The idea I had is to have a kind of a vinyl guitar skin which could be laid over a harder surface and put into two pieces. So you could clip it around the sides of the instrument. They could be offered in various colors. You could customize your own, as they could easily be printed with your own photos or designs. And that's going to protect the instrument while it's actually in use, as opposed to just having a hard case, which can run $50 to $100 and only protect the instrument while you're transporting it. And that's my idea.
Have you considered what that protective cover would do to the tonal quality of the instrument?
I have. It would affect it a little bit. I have to do a little bit more research as to what materials I specifically would use. I kind of envisioned this as something for beginner guitarists, people who are not going to be very careful with their instruments, or for instruments that have already been damaged or scratched. I think the only impact on tonal qualities would be obviously high-end instruments where tonal qualities are used for recording, or in a situation like that where you would really be taking good care of the instrument anyway.
Give me a little better description of what this thing looks like when it's on my guitar.
Sure. What it would be is, like I said, two pieces. There'd be a top piece that is obviously custom fit to the particular model of guitar that you have. And like I said, it would be a cutout final piece. You could have printed with any custom design. And then what I'm thinking is having, like a magnetic attached tabs around the back, which would then hook onto a back piece. The idea being you don't have to actually adhere to the finish of the guitar, so you don't damage the instrument that way. So two pieces fold in kind of a sandwich around the instrument.
Have you discussed the idea with any music stores in the area at all?
I haven't discussed with any music stores. I've pitched it to a couple of my musician friends, people I know who are in bands, and touring artists all really seem to go for it, especially the touring artists who are also hard on their instruments like I am.
Very good, thank you, Ben. Seeing that you were a musician, we saved the electronic feedback specifically for you. At this time, one of the things I'd like to recognize are the people in the Entrepreneurial Growth Organization. These students came up to me over a year ago and said, we actually want to come to college more than just the classroom. And then after they revived me, we started talking and they put together a plan, and the Entrepreneurial Growth Organization is open to all GRCC students that would like to pursue their entrepreneurial passion and dreams and ideas beyond the classroom. So I welcome you to talk to any of the EGLE members that we have here and to join us in our future meetings. If I could have all the EGLE members please stand up at this time. And I'd like if we could acknowledge them. Thank you very much for all your hard work and helping to promote this very special event. Our next presenter is Mike Miller. Presenters, yes. If you could please introduce your partner. Oh, I will.
Hello, everyone. My name is Mike Miller.
And I'm David Kilgore.
And today we are here to present to you Tunage.
Tunage is the online community where users can listen, share, and build anything audio they can imagine.
From today's hits to audiobooks, anybody can listen to anything that is uploaded to the site.
From there, users can share anything they want to the Tunage community. They can even share to Facebook friends, Twitter followers, or any other social networking site of their choice. Tunage will alter how music and literature is distributed throughout the internet.
Combined with the ability to listen to what they want and share what they want, Tunage does something brand new. It gives users the ability to build what they want. Any song can be created with the intuitive and simple to use tool. And an ever-expanding library of sounds and effects can give any possibility that you could possibly imagine.
In addition to these three features, share, build, and listen, Tunage offers various innovative features such as customizable home screens, playlist creation, and a cosmetic point system that rewards users for simply experiencing music.
Ultimately, Tunage would change the way we all listen to music. With an infinite library of music and literature, the ease and ability of sharing any song with anyone, and the infinite possibilities that people could create, Tunage would change the world of audio.
So is this a music creation site or a distribution site for already created and published music?
Both.
And how do you deal with the copyright laws?
Well, this is it goes into how the site makes profit. And users have the ability to build anything, but they can listen to it. In order to save the song to a file, they have to be a yearly member. And the yearly membership would cost $24 per year. Half of the money would go to the artist and be divided up based on how many views and how many listenings they get per song.
So the tool on the website is free, and so everyone can experience it regardless. You just can't save it unless you want to be a yearly member. So everyone can experience it. There's no matter what type of music you listen to, no matter what type of book you read, you can experience this service, and it's gonna only want you to want to be able to save your work to share it to other people.
Most importantly, you could listen to any song for free, build a song for free, but you couldn't save it for free.
I was actually asking about the basic IP ownership of music that's been created by somebody else. You can't just distribute that for free.
Well, I think record companies would almost want to use this service since the service is free. Let's say you like a certain song that someone already put out, but you have your own unique lyrics to it. Or maybe you want to put in an instrument solo to that same song. Music companies are getting the exposure, and there's already places you can listen to music for free, but you just can't use any of your own creativity. So I don't think there would be a problem with copyright because they would almost want people to experience their music exposure, so they're getting advertisement out of it.
And based on the profit that's pulled in, half of it does go to the artist because the artists create the site.
Yeah. So there'd be incentives for record companies to have their music on the site.
We're getting such wonderful ideas here. It was just a few decades ago, a long time ago, that the director of the U.S. Patent Office says we might as well close down the patent office because everything that's been invented has already been invented. And yet, things have been coming along quite well since he made that comment. Also, I'd like to remind everybody that a lot of these just start off with an idea. Two people in a garage thinking about soap and vitamins, and Mr. DeVos and Mr. Van Andel have really had quite an impact here in this community. Two people in a garage, Hewlett and Packard, the great Hewlett-Packard Corporation, Jobs and Wozniak, when they were told that only 3 major computers would be needed in the whole world, and they envisioned personal computers. And then Bill Gates and Paul Allen, also 2 guys in a garage just tinkering and working on ideas and trying to, again, refine those ideas to get startup capital. And look where they are today. So we have the Thomas Edisons and the Teslas of our lives maybe before us here that will make a tremendous difference. Mark Zuckerberg, 1 guy in an apartment. So look at the changes that he has made, and they're approaching, 500 million users on Facebook. And when describing his first concept, how hard it was, and what he had to do. So again, to all of our risk takers and presenters, you have our applause and our esteem here. Thank you very much. All right, our next presenter, Kara Genois.
Hello, I'm Kara Genois. That's okay. It's very uncommon. By a show of hands, how many of you have ever had sore or cold feet? Take a look around. That's just about everybody in this room. Now, wouldn't you love to have a product to help soothe away foot pain and warm your cold feet? I know I would. That's why I've created Rice Warming Socks. These socks have special pockets sewn into the sides in key locations. These locations are the toe area, arch area, heel area, inside of foot or ankle area. These pockets can open, close, and be sealed with Velcro so you can easily remove and reinsert your heating element, packets of rice. Now, why are these packets so great? Well, I've seen some products on the market that require you to put your entire sock into the microwave. To me, that seems a little gross. So how do rice warming socks work? Simply open the pockets, remove the heating elements, and place them into the microwave for 1 to 2 minutes. Then reinsert them and secure the pocket closed. Then sit back, relax, and let the soothing warmth of the heating element soothe away pain and warm your cold feet. These heating element rice packets are reusable. These socks are machine washable. And this is an overall great product for anyone who gets sore feet, from stay-at-home moms, from CEOs, to shoppers in a mall.
Have you estimated the price of this, or cost of building this product, and what kind of price point you would put it at?
With the way markets are today, prices are always going to change. If I buy all my products in bulk, it's going to make the price drop. I guess the key price I would like to try to aim for would be $6.99. That's a nice number. A lot of companies try to aim for products. But as I said, if I can buy in bulk, price may go down.
I'm assuming you are shoeless when you're using these socks?
Yes, you will be shoeless. The pockets will be on the outside, so you don't have to turn your sock inside or out or anything. And the packets are going to be secured in the spots that have the pain. They're not going to be slipping and sliding all around your feet.
Why rice rather than corn, soybeans, or alfalfa seeds?
You know, I have thought about that when I first came up with this idea. Rice is very cheap, and it's very easy to get, and it can hold warmth for 30 to 45 minutes. And you can keep reusing it, and it's not gonna go bad on you.
Kara, what do you anticipate regarding sizes?
It can go with any size of any sock. If you wear a men's size 9 to 12 sock or children's socks, the pockets will be made to fit that, and the packets will be made to fit into the pockets. Thank you.
Kara, sorry about the name. I've grown a new appreciation for our provost and dean at commencement. I'd like to acknowledge right now the contributions of our idea pitch selection committee. It was very difficult to choose from the 56 to narrow it down to the 15 presenters that you have today. Our two directors of innovation here at Grand Rapids Community College, Moss Ingram, and the great Liz McCormick. Liz, could you please stand up, please, so they see? Oh, good. We have a good name here. Maybe I could, ¿puedo hacer esto en español? Our next presenter, Veronica Rodriguez.
Hello, my business strategy is to address the previously ignored consumer's need to find medical and health-related services conveniently while advertising for healthcare professionals. Currently, only 20% of physicians communicate with their patients via internet, yet 79% of adults have regular daily access. When you need to find a medical appointment, it's frustrating to search for a doctor that fits your needs and insurance. 247healthnet.com offers value as a national health network to connect you with a provider day or night. Healthcare professionals need to maintain a revenue portfolio in order to keep their practices viable. We take the legal fears out of advertising, fill open appointments, and build relationships with their patients. If we secured only 10% of physicians actively working in the state of Michigan, we'd gross over $8 million a year. Only 12% of physicians in Michigan stated that their offices were full and that they couldn't accept any new patients. 40% said that they were far from full. Starting with Grand Rapids and moving on nationally, we can make medical appointments convenient to obtain. Future phases would include health-related services, nursing home employees scheduling, and more. Imagine what a national health network could do. Thank you for your time.
So do you charge physicians directly for listing their services on this website?
Exactly. It's a monthly fee. It's $149 a month. And it's not only listing for them, we're scheduling for them as well. We're advertising for them, scheduling for them, and filling their open blank spaces. Good? Very good. Thank you.
Muy bien, muy bien. Our next presenter, Kyle Esterly.
Okay, hello. We're very fortunate here to have the opportunity to come present our ideas. We're students. Not everybody gets that chance. There's a whole market out there that is untapped and full of creative people, imaginations, architects, engineers, and that's homeless youth, and that's youth that are in abusive families and in homes that they're leading to homelessness or leading to death. My idea is to open up a place right here downtown to start. It's going to target these kids. It'll be a center of arts and music. We'll have, hopefully to work with this school and other schools, to have members of the music team to come tutor the kids there. We'll have writing tutors there to come tutor the kids. They can come play their music, put their art on. We'll have art materials. But the idea will be to teach them to sell and market their product. Hope to start a record label out of it. I would call it Retail Records. Be just the kids here able to retell their stories with a hopeful ending instead of the alternative. I spent a lot of years on the streets being homeless and addicted to drugs, and I met some amazing people with their guitar.
I applaud you for your idea, but how are you going to pay for it?
Well, we're going to start off, we're actually looking at a building right now. It's only $500 a month. It's just to start. I hope to open up the space to rent to groups, committees who need to plan events, or organizations, nonprofits. They often need a meeting place and they rent out a room for $150 a night. I could offer it a little cheaper. We're going to have a venue there. There's a venue that just closed called Mixtape. It was Skeletones. That's where all the local bands, they had big bands from out of town. It was a very popular spot. They moved to the Plainfield area. So there's a whole market of kids and bands that have nowhere to play. The DAC is very limited on who they'll let play. So we'll do that. We'll have charges at the door and advertise our mission through that as well. And we'll be relying on some volunteering and hopefully some donations as well.
Very good, thank you. Our final presenter today, Gerald Harris.
Hello, everyone. My name is Gerald Harris, and this is my idea, Smokers Haven. Smokers Haven
is an affordable, quick, and clean solution designed to accommodate and protect employees and patrons who choose to smoke. On May 1st, 2010, the state of Michigan legislated a ban on smoking in public places. The ban on smoking promotes good health and easier breathing for all of us. This landmark legislation also creates a unique business opportunity for the astute entrepreneur. Smokers Haven is a small to medium-sized shelter that fits into the average size parking space. They are made of steel frame and aluminum panels which come in a wide variety of colors. The tops are made with a translucent polymer material designed to let light shine through. These units are also equipped with a bronze ventilation system with built-in lighting. What makes our shelters different from our competitors is our affordability and uniqueness. Our shelters are priced between $2,500 and $3,500 with a one-time installation fee in comparison to $4,000 to $7,000. The most valuable resource of any employer, whether it does business in the private or public sector, is its employees and most of all, its patrons. Accommodating both the smokers and the non-smokers is more than just.
Thank you.
More than just what?
More than just fair, it's good business.
In most parts of the world, including Michigan, it's going to get pretty hot inside that box in the summertime. How do you deal with that?
Fortunately, Michigan residents, they have 4 distinct seasons. So mainly, the box will be more designed for Michigan weather. We have to endure rain, snow, wind, and everything. So it's more designed like that. And also, it has a ventilation system. But when it's warm outside, you can smoke outside or you can smoke in a shelter, but it's made primarily for the inclement weather that we have to face.
So you compared the price of your idea versus what's on the market already?
Yes.
How did you substantiate those numbers that you quoted us?
I looked at the other companies that supply these, and that was their prices. It was Handy Hut, Dual Guard, and NoButts.com.
And how did you substantiate your price?
My price, it would be cheaper because I have a friend that owns Cobalt Construction, and he would give me a better deal on the price based on how many units I buy from them. And also, most of these units, the other units, they look pretty much like bus stops. And I don't know where they come up with their higher prices, actually, because they're not really getting very much out of it. And it looks like a bus stop. My units, you can have whatever color you want, you know.
So what would be, after paying for the materials, the shelter, build, and the installation, what would your margin be at a $3,500 price?
It would cost $1,100 per unit to buy by buying it 5 units at a time from Cobalt Construction. So that would be $1,100 plus the $400 installation fee. So it would be $1,400 per unit.
Excellent job, Gerald. For those of you who are visiting Michigan here for the first time, thank you, Gerald, for reminding us of our 4 seasons. For those of you who are not from here, they are construction, 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 and then the fix on 96. All around the world, the research has been done of what people fear the most. And it's amazing because what you think they might fear the most is not necessarily in the top 3. Some people would think death or spiders. But the thing that people across cultures fear the most is to get up in front of a group of people and to speak and share their ideas. So for the 15 finalists who presented here tonight, what courage you showed today in getting in front of all of us, bearing your souls, right, and telling us about your idea and how much passion you have for it. We applaud you, all 15 finalists. Well, now we get to the challenging part. Our 3 judges will have about 15 minutes to 20 minutes or so for them to discuss what they've written down. They've taken good notes, and they're going to come back, and then we'll announce the first place, second place, and third place. I want to make sure that everybody, please just stay here for another 15 minutes. There's refreshments and food still outside. And then join us in 15 minutes when we announce the first place winner with a prize money of $800, second place $300, and third place $100. But before we do that, let me also acknowledge our Assistant Dean, Amy Koning, for all her hard work in helping us put this together. Without her efforts and her assistant, Nancy Gigg, this would not have been possible. If you could please turn around and give her a round of applause. Thank you very much. We're making excellent time today. This is fantastic. So get some refreshments, and please be back in the room in about 15, 20 minutes to hear what our judges have to say. Thank you for waiting 15 minutes. It was... This was an incredibly difficult decision to go through 15 ideas and the merits. And it was what an education just to be in the room with the 3 judges. And they have so much experience on how to monetize an idea and the original concept of the idea. But after a few short minutes and your patience, we do have 3 winners for tonight's contest. All of you tonight are clearly winners and showed a lot of courage. You've made it through the round of 56 entries to 15, and so now comes the time, the hard task, right, to announce the top 3 winners. So, without further ado, big checks today. Big checks, right? All right. If you could please give a round of applause, our third place winner, and the reward of $100, Angela Swinehart. In a moment, for my business students, yes, you will have to return the big check for the smaller real check. All right. Thank you. And Angela's idea was the interactive savings program for kids. All right. Next up, second place. And moving on to the November 18th regional competition for even bigger prize money, Zachary Schwartz. First place. A lot of argument went into first place. Okay, in today's economy, $800. Well, that's a lot of money. So we just couldn't be prouder to have another GRCC student move on to the regional competition here in 2 weeks to both Zach and our next winner to go for the top $1,500 prize money. And the other thing, before I announce this winner here, a little more tension in the audience. One of the things that the judges offered to do, and this is very kind of them, they said, is it possible for us to work with the winners of today's contest that we would be willing to contribute 1 hour of our time if we could find a reasonable time and if Felix does certain things. That will be not talked about. So anyway, so we're going to set up a time before you go to regionals. for the top two, and then also, Angela, you're also welcomed to participate in those meetings and to really gain. I mean, that's more than the money, is to gain from the wisdom of people that have been in the game, and they have so much to offer. So before I announce that, again, please, a nice round of applause for our judges. And the moment. But wait, there's more. And now the moment that we've all been waiting for, the winner of GRCC's first idea pitch, Mr. Kevin Adams with ICU. Come up and congratulate the winners and the finalists and talk with the judges. We have a few minutes. Thank you again for all coming to the first GRCC idea pitch. Thank you very much. Danielle, can we get some pictures, please?